King Von is a black disciple that's from Killer Ward. Although that's a hood full of GDs, Von jumped in the streets when he moved to O Block. Von is rap's first serial killer. Everything he rapped about was 100% authentic. It has been alleged that Von has murdered 7 or more people, making him one of the most dangerous people that lived in Chicago. Von has a history of going back and forth on Twitter around the 2012 and 2014 drill era with people like Wooski, FBG Duck, and K.I. Von was good for trolling, but in reality, he wanted to do his dirt. The man was active in the streets, but there was a reason for that. On August 9th, 2012, Von was in a store and right outside he heard gunshots. That happened to be his close friend Whitey. And Von would claim in his song Demon, that's why he became a savage. King Von was known for having a good heart for the ones he loved, but if you was an op, everything was bad for you. It's not guaranteed facts, but Von would even go live mentioning his body count.
Folks golden, bitch. And I got a lot of bands.
I'm focused.
Folks golden, bitch. Hell no, you know. Folks golden, bitch.
Tell them I got a lot, BJ.
They know. Y'all know what I'm talking.
No doubt.
Y'all know folks get busy on something.
Just free, how many I think? Nah, let me stop there. Nah, you can't.
One of the most noticeable rivals of Von was FBG Duck. Duck was for sure a threat, and he's a drill rapper that actually built the fan base, so he could voice his side of the beef too. Duck would even claim Von used to hang with them before they jumped him.
Anybody could tell you he got his ass whooped. He'll tell you he got his ass whooped on Tuga. His ass, Von used to hang with us on Tuga grade. His ass used to hang with us. His ass started hanging at O Block, scary ass. Scary ass was playing both sides.
But King Von is the definition of a menace. He was a soft-spoken, vicious assassin. He had some Twitter beef with Wooski at times. Von was saying he had more bodies than him and more attempted murders. Not only that, he was trolling K.I. on Twitter, who was someone he allegedly murdered. Von was not the one you wanted smoke with. Tay Capone was close with Von in the beginning of the drill era. And Tay would confirm Von had evil intent behind the tweets with K.I.
Like every night he played with other lads. Every night it started from the DM, then they went to text messages, folks, and calls on video. They used to be on the phone and all. They used to be on the phone tweaking with her, fake flirting with her with evil intentions, all that shit. Like, and she was going like at first she thought like she was on some trying to be a boy and shit. And he started like fucking her head up, acting like he'll fuck her. And like after a while, she thought he meant that shit.
Trenches News, who was at the scene when K.I. was killed, will also confirm that Von was the one who killed her. Some people even confirmed his stories were accurate.
Hey, look, Von, Big A, and Troy on T-Roy on everything, bro. They was in that cut on everything. They was in that cut. And Butter know it was Von, man. I don't know why you trying to put on all this facade and all this. Von and gave him some money and paid him in jail and all this. Yeah, he probably did give him some money, so he wouldn't tell on his ass on everything.
King Von was just a different breed. Von was always war ready. If you pay attention closely to his music, he was even speaking on his murders. Von and his best friend T-Roy was like Splash Brothers. Von was posting disturbing tweets on how they was aiming for the chest and head when they were drilling. But Von was dissing everyone that was dying from 2012 throughout 2014 on social media. Then later on in 2014, Von would go to jail for a homicide. Big Mike was the one he did the homicide with. Big Mike snitched on Von, but when the trial began, Big Mike didn't take the stand. With that being said, Von was free to go. But not to mention, T-Roy was shot and killed while Von was in jail. Von would go live speaking on the news and how hard it was being locked up when T-Roy died. He was enduring non-stop pain in the streets.
I called my mama back. And she crying and shit. I'm like, what the fuck? What you crying for? You good? They shot T-Roy. T-Roy got... what? Who? What? Yeah, I don't know T-Roy like I know T-Roy. You know what I'm saying? So when I hear he gets shot on, the fuck he don't want to tell me like, don't be lacking, don't be, you know? I said, folks ain't make it on phone them out. Boy, that's my best friend, boy. Somebody just killed my best friend while I'm in jail. I'm in that bitch finna go crazy. Oh, I'm in that bitch don't know what's going on.
King Von was released in 2018, and from there, him and Durk locked in. Durk put Von in position to feed his family. Von would actually come out with bangers. The one that really put him in the spotlight was Crazy Story. But Von couldn't let the streets go because in 2019, Von would catch a case with Durk that led to attempted murder in Atlanta.
Today, Lil Durk appeared in court where a judge ruled there was enough evidence for him to go to trial. Police say they have video evidence in this case.
Jovita, APD says they used at least 5 cameras from local businesses, including this BP, as well as from the Varsity across the street in order to build their case against Lil Durk and his co-defendant. Detectives from Atlanta and Chicago testified in the criminal case against rapper Lil Durk in Fulton County Court. They say around 5 in the morning on February 5th, Lil Durk, whose real name is Dirk Derek Banks, and his co-defendant Devontae Bennett were seen on camera involved in shooting Alexander Witherspoon.
Von wouldn't be able to be around Durk anymore after that, but he was still dropping music, putting on for OTF. Then sadly on November 6, 2020, Von would lose his life. An altercation with Quando Rondo would turn deadly at a nightclub in Atlanta. Von died with respect, and his legacy was carried on. Even Ops would give credit after the fact of his death. King Yella is one of Duck's close friends, so by association, he would inherit the beef with the BDs. But King Yella would give Von his props and said he was valid in the field. When he was asked about him in an interview, he said this.
Von was just he was a different individual, bro. He was maning. He was, you know what I'm saying? Shorty was crazy. He was on that. He was, you know what I'm saying? So
Von's team would then drop 2 projects to feed the streets. King Von was the most authentic rapper of all time. But he had a good heart. Also, he was making sure his people was good. So with that being said, long live Von.